This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Gareth A Davies in not necessarily the immediate aftermath, but the aftermath of a Taylor-Lopez weigh-in. Gareth, straight into it, what did you make of what we saw on the scales there?
Well, it's kind of the aftermath of the aftermath of the aftermath, where you're denying that they could have arrested you in there because they tried to throw you out and you refused to leave. And I'm trying to say to you, after years of coming here, at Madison Square Garden, when you are in the building and they say, no, it's time to leave, an hour after press conference or the weigh-in, and you don't leave, they will arrest you. They can try, you said. They can try. I love your courage. That's the kind of courage I want to hear from a Brit abroad doing this job. What did I make of the weigh-in as the dust has finally settled? It's a really weird weigh-in. It was a nice weigh-in. It's been a really busy week. There's a lot of media here, isn't there? There's a lot of attention for this fight. And I'm not surprised. It's a big fight. What I've been sad about is we haven't seen the two guys nose to nose, eye to eye. They haven't allowed fans into the press conference or the workouts or the weigh-in, which is a shame, because it's down to the threat of what might happen with these two, and they're trying to keep them apart till the first bell rings. It's a bit like two wild horses that want to go at each other, being held back by the reins. That's what it feels like going into this contest. And believe it or not, today, even more than the press conference, it felt like there was a piece of elastic that was pulling them together, but we're not going to get it till that bell tolls. I hope nothing happens between now and 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, or 11 o'clock tomorrow night, because I think we could be set for a classic. If Tio turns up and is at his best, and Josh Taylor has made weight right, which he looks like he has, and he's had his wake-up call, which he had 16 months ago, Andy, I think we're in for a classic.
A classic who comes out on top?
A classic who comes out on top. We don't know. I think Tio might be really dangerous early on. Later in the fight, it might be harder for him. But I do feel that Josh is the favourite. The experience, the bigger man, naturally. He's a taller man, better range. But Josh gets caught in a dogfight. Think about the Catterall fight. Think about the Regis Prograis fight. Think about all those fights that he had in the World Boxing Super Series. He likes a scrap, and he's very composed, and he loses it in periods, and he gathers himself again. I think Joe McNally's really good for him, by the way. Quiet, scouse, hard man in the corner that really knows his sport. They have prepared for Tio. They know he falls in a little bit, and he does. He falls in attack. Josh is a slick southpaw in lots of ways, hidden by the fact that he likes to fight on the inside. There's so much that could happen in this fight. That's why you can't, when you go into some fights, you go, yeah, that guy's an absolute clear favourite. There's no absolute clear favourite. Can you tell I'm excited?
You're not the only one. Yeah, everyone is, Gareth. I was about to say you're not the only one. Just sticking with Josh Taylor, a lot of people have said to me in the build-up to this and this week, this is arguably the best shape that they've seen him. Obviously, we just saw him on the scales as well, certainly for a while. First fight with Joe McNally is on a terrific run as a trainer. What type of performance do you expect from him specifically?
Very calm, cool, collected. The collaboration of trainer and fighter will have gone on in this camp. I went up to visit them in Liverpool. I was very honoured and privileged to ask to present this Trash Talk programme they did. So 6 weeks ago, I got to sit with him and Tio for an hour and a half by video link. Tio is in Florida. They're both so up for it. And Josh walked in that day and looked in fantastic shape. When I got to meet him this week to do some TV work with him, one-on-ones with him, I just couldn't believe how long and lean he looked. When Josh is in shape, and I've covered a lot of his career, I mean, I knew him in the Olympics, I knew him in the Commonwealth Games, I was there when he won his gold, I was there when he had disappointment in the Olympics, yeah, all those years ago. So disappointed. I think he was lightweight then. No, he wasn't lightweight. He would have been, was he light welter? I can't remember right now. But I just remember he was a guy who was so bitterly disappointed. He hates defeat. Been with him on the whole journey, and he is mentally really, really sharp. Really sharp, you know? And, you know, once you see him today in his kilt, once the bagpipes start up tomorrow, cannot wait for it.
We saw Bill Haney here today doing a bit of a scouting mission, of course, ahead of Saturday night. Do you think it's likely we could see Devin step up and face the winner of Taylor-Lopez?
Oh, it'd be amazing. I've been ruminating on it with you before we started recording, and I'm getting excited about it. Josh Taylor, Devin Haney in a stadium in Scotland. Oh my God, Murrayfield, 60,000 at Murrayfield. Bring it on, bring it on. You know, it'd be amazing.
Gareth, just away from this, we want to get a quick update on the heavyweight division. A lot of frustration's been building around that from fight fans now. We're seeing all these brilliant fights made in the lower weight, and yet the heavyweight division is just stalling continuously. What's your understanding of where things currently stand in terms of a Saudi deal, Fury trying to get out in September, August time?
Yeah, they're looking to find, working backwards. There's huge Saudi money is there, for Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk in an undisputed fight if they both come through their summer fights. We understand there's huge money there for Joshua and Wilder. I don't really buy the Joshua Wilder fight for some reason. I love it. I don't know if I'm right or not. But there's a lot of talk in the heavyweight division. I don't know how much of it I believe. Yes, Tyson Fury needs a summer fight. I think last week I did a podcast. It was kind of taken out of context a little bit, I think, like last week for TalkSport. Did a show for TalkSport where they were talking about, where I talked about Fury being desperate for a summer fight. They are desperate to get him a summer fight. It's going to be September the 2nd. The problem is, who is it? Zhang, for me, Zhili Zhang would have been perfect. Joe Joyce got the rematch clause. Is it going to be Frank Sanchez? Is it going to be Andy Ruiz? Another, we don't know. But I do think we'll get a resolution on that for the September and August fights very soon. We're into the second week of June already, so we need to know. They're going to sell those tickets. August the 12th, O2 Arena, Anthony Joshua. Will it be Dillian White? Yeah, it's a good fight. Like it.
Is Fury Joshua dead in the water then?
Fury Joshua for September the 2nd, I think, is dead in the water. I don't think Hearn wants it. I think Fury would take it. But why are they taking Wilder over Fury? They could make as much money as that in the UK. And I think they've agreed 60-40, haven't they? That's what they talked about. I think it was a 60-40 they offered him, yeah.
Right, Gareth. I said we'll try and keep it short and sweet, and we will end it there. So thank you for speaking to me. Enjoy the rest of your time in New York, and of course enjoy the fights tomorrow night.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers.